Welcome to Your Grace Daily Devotional broadcast. Today we're talking about God's presence is the answer. Now, storms are necessity for the victorious Christian life. Now, what some will refer to as bad things, the unpleasant things that happens to us, they are necessary in our faith work with the Lord. You see, how can we say we are light where there is no darkness? Light is only relevant where there is darkness. And I'm so glad that Jesus said, as long as I am in the Word, I am the light of the world. And I'm glad that He didn't leave the Word without a light. And guess what? He made us the light of the Word. And being light, like what some would say, occupational hazard, comes with attracting some things that are unpleasant to us. And it's just what it is. Because you are light, things are going to come to your light. And some of them are good and some of them are not good. So it's normal. I dare say that if you are truly living as a light of the Word and you are not facing difficult, perplexed, daunting, and what you refer to as bad things of life coming after you, I question you living as a light of the Word. But the beautiful thing is that ever before any of these things came after you or came your way or came to your light, you were already declared a victor. The Bible says in all these things you have more than a conqueror. So what do? They are catalysts for growth and character development. These things come, the storms of life come to pull us even further into the fulfillment of our destiny. So without trials and tests and temptation, there's no fulfilled destiny. Jesus did not fulfill his destiny without trials, temptation, and tests. In the Garden of Gethsemane, it was necessary for his destiny. And so are the things that we will face from time to time are necessary to the fulfillment of our destiny. What makes no difference. Storms don't come and stay. They come and they go. Praise God. Again, remember that ever before any of this storm came, you were already declared a victor. Now, it's important that we know what to do when the storms do come, because they are there to lift you up by default. But there have been instances where they brought to end destinies, beautiful, amazing destinies in God. And you'll be asking, where was God? Why didn't God do something about it? And here's something I've said so many times, which is that God is with you. It's not going to change it. You must learn to trigger the supernatural power of God that is with you. All right? That's the key. That's what we're talking about today. That the presence of God is the answer. Yes, the presence of God is all over the place, but the manifested presence of God is not everywhere. And we've seen instances where people were able to trigger the power of His presence by dancing, by giving sacrificial offering, and the things that they did. And those are the things that we have to learn to do also, which is, how do I trigger the power of His presence? And in our devotional today, we shared a few of those things that you can do to trigger the presence, the power of His presence. And I hope you read the devotional because the solution to whatever storm you are facing or that you are in is the presence, the manifested presence of God. If you will learn to trigger the power of His presence, you will have what you desire of the Lord. So there's so much in the devotional, I don't want you to miss anything. So I'm asking you to read the devotional and please share it with someone. Today is the last day of the month of August, and God has been tremendously grateful to us, and I know He has been in your life. So I want you to take this day as a day of thanksgiving. Take some time today and just give God thanks for all that He has done in the month of August, and anticipate greater things to happen in the month of said tonight. So glad to share God's word with you. I'll be back here tomorrow to share the word of God with you. Remember, the solution to whatever you face in life is the power of His presence. And as you learn to manifest that, trigger that, and I'm telling you, you'll be a victor, as He said, in everything. God bless you.